Well, thank you so much for the opportunity you've given to me. And also, I would like to thank God for this blessed moment so I can take this video to present you about my uh, research proposal. Uh, Previously, I would like to tell you that as a candidate of a teacher, especially as an English teacher, we need to know how to teach English in the classroom. We need to know, find out the best way, the appropriate way to teach English in the classroom. That's why here I choose the title. It is the correlation between student grammar mastery and the student speaking skill ability. Now let's come to the background of this research. Uh, Here I would like to state the definition of grammar and some information also about the grammar, that grammar is very important to be taught for the student in the classroom so they can arrange the words, the best structure of sentence using some words. And according to the previous observation, especially in 8th grade of SMP Negeri 1 Halawa, there are some kinds of students in speaking ability. The first one is the student who good in grammar and also can speak fluently, while there are some also students who good in grammar but they cannot speak English fluently. While the other one, there are also some students who can speak English fluently, but they are not really good in grammar. That's why the researcher interested to find out how important is grammar to be taught in the classroom in order to improve the student's speaking ability. Now let's move to the next topic about the research problem. The research problem is there any correlation between student grammar mastery and the student speaking ability in 8th grade of SMP Negeri 1 Halawa? Next, about the research objective. So related to the research problem above, the objective of this study was to find out the relationship between student grammar mastery and student speaking ability in SMP in the 8th grade of SMP Negeri 1 Halawa. Next, the significance of the research. The first one is for the researcher itself. The research can find out whether there is correlation between student grammar mastery and student speaking ability. And also for the English teacher and the English learner, also they can get some information about the correlation between the grammar mastery and speaking ability, so they can know whether the knowing grammar is important for them in order to improve their speaking ability. Now let's move to the chapter 2 about literature review. The first one is the theory of grammar. Now let's see the definition of grammar. According to Johnson, grammar is the art of true and well speaking a language. It means that grammar can be defined as a science and technique way of speaking well. And here I also give the importance of studying grammar. According to Penny, 1991, page 76, grammar does not only affect how units of language are combined in order to look right, it also affects their meaning. And then now let's come to the theory of speaking. According to the Widowson, 1978, page 58, speaking is the active production, skill, and use of oral production. It is the capability of someone to communicate orally with others. So speaking is the ability of someone when they communicate with others in their daily activity. And then there is also here about the elements of speaking. Especially in this research, I only would like to talk about two elements of speaking. They are fluency and accuracy. Now let's see what is fluency. According to Richard, 2005, page 3, fluency is the features which give speech the qualities of being natural and normal, including native-like use of pausing, rhythm, intonation, stressing, rate of speaking, and use of interjection and interruptions. And the second one is about accuracy. Accuracy is a manner of people in using appropriate word and the pattern of sentence. Now let's move to the chapter 3. The first one is about the research method. This research applied a correlation research. According to Gay 2006, correlation research is one of the exposed factor researcher because at this research the researcher does not manipulate the variable and find directly a correlation and level of correlation from the variables that is stated in the correlation coefficient. So this research aimed to describe quantitatively about the correlation between students' grammar mastery and also the student speaking ability. And then about the research instrument. Here I use two instruments in this research. The first one is grammar test and the second one is interview test. In the grammar test, the researcher used grammar test to determine the level of students' grammar mastery, while in the interview test, the researcher used interview test to determine the student's ability to speak English. And then about the data collection. There are some steps the researcher will do to collect the data about the grammar test. The first is the researcher gave more information about each item of grammar test and the way to do it, and then the researcher gave some explanation about English grammar, and then the researcher gave grammar test to students. The students were given 30 minutes to answer the test. The researcher collected the students' worksheet. So simply I can say that the researcher is going to teach the grammar in the classroom, and then the researcher will, at the end of the explanation, the researcher going to test the student how good they in grammar after they are taught by the teacher or by the researcher. And then about the interview test, the researcher examined each student face to face about 3 until 5 minutes. The student was on the researcher left side, And then the researcher asks students to tell about their best experience in their life. And the last big topic is about the data analysis. There are 4 steps in this topic. The first one is calculating the mean score. And the second one, classify the score of the students. And the third one, calculating the correlation. And the last one is interpret the result of correlation analysis. So that's all about my research proposal. Hopefully you get some information of this research, and I also hope that you are interested about what I'm going to find out, because according to my opinion that's very important for us as a candidate of this teacher to find out some information about how to teach the English for the student in order to improve their speaking ability. So that's all my explanation. Thank you so much for your opportunity, and bye bye.